What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
I've been better.
You're weak. You're weak today,
Yeah,
man.
I've been better.
You're weak today. Doesn't
If you
take
guys
much.
are new here, don't forget, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. You could have a baby that has COVID, and you could be feeling not the greatest, but you can still make videos 2 days in a row. Guys, thank you guys all for whoever was asking about the baby. Baby is doing fine. Actually, today was a better day for the baby, but now mom is sick and dad is starting to get there. So hopefully we can power through it and it's not too bad and it's nothing crazy, and we can keep going with it. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification. You'll know whenever we post. We post different times every single day, usually in the evening Eastern time, but sometimes we like to spice it up. So, and I think in the next little while, we might have a little bit of things you might want to be watching. On top of that, you can join the Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. You get a nice badge next to your name. We've been seeing rares in the comments. Shout out to the rares. There was early access on our Superstar Money hats, and any future merch that we get will go through the VIP first, of course. We have a spreadsheet that helps you determine if you should go for a drop. We just recently used it very successfully on the Doc Ock drop, and it also has a floor sweeping. If you like to buy in the secondary market, it tells you how many of the floor you need to sweep, and it gives you like all the stats on that. So we like to use data whenever we are buying and selling. And speaking of buying and selling, we also show all our buys and sells, and we can also advertise for your buys and sells as part of our program here. And it's actually been working. Some people have been linking up and buying things from each other. It's crazy. I know. I don't have the VIP updated, obviously, because I was sick today, but I wanted to show one thing, and then we're going to turn it over to Rob, who's going to go through the Twitter news, so I don't have to talk as much. But I wanted to show this for you guys. And shout out to the couple new guys here. We got Hawaii, joined 1 day ago, and Michael. And I've seen Michael around the community a long time, and also through HRO. We will get back to that in the future. So, guys, thank you very much for joining the VIP. We promise we will continue to bring whatever we can to it to help improve it as we move forward here. Rob, why don't you bring up the Twitter? Let's talk about it.
Big interview today. It looks like the YouTube channel, the Paul Baron Network, had like 300,000 subs, something like that. They did a big interview with Dan. I think us being part of the VV community, really there was nothing new. I mean, if we really wanted to break the video down, we could probably find a lot of things to talk about. But as being part of the community day to day, he's pretty much just giving an overview of what we already know. One thing that I did like, though, was that the anchor was saying that he's a big VV fan. He owns his own VV collectibles. Well, at one point, he was raging at one point about like the login, because you know how like you try to log in on the web app and it doesn't accept your password even though your password's right. I thought I was going crazy the first time that happened, but he's like whatever. I'm just like ragging on it. But at the end of the day, it's still very clean, very nice.
Yeah, he did a good job. I thought he asked some decent questions. It wasn't too fanboy, too moon boy. He asked some questions that people might want to hear, and Dan answered them pretty well. I thought it was like you said, a lot of what we already know, and anything that we didn't know, kind of shied away from. He said he did mention that there was another brand or something coming up, or it was kind of worded in that way, but he said he couldn't talk about it. So I think there's always something exciting with VV. That's the best part about it, right? So
yeah, look how clean it is. Even the advertisement of it's like beautiful. When you show this on, let's say, to someone who's not very familiar with VV, they see these kind of things. Incredible. These are great little promo videos. So check out the video if you haven't already. Take 345,000 subs. So talk about marketing right there. We're getting the word out. Very
nice exposure. And I like how Dan's wearing the Batman top on that interview.
Yeah, for sure. This one here, keep calm, stack on, legend, Hall of Famer, the man himself.
Click that one. Click it.
Okay, I'll click it. Hold on. By chance, are you following at Superstar Money because you have that Juju? Take a closer look at it. And here we go. Number 41, Mr. BuyNow.eth. Bro, I just woke up and saw it was still in stock. Smart. He saw it was still in stock. Very, very smart. I just hit the buy now because I'm a degen. How did this happen? But you know what? This is an example, I think, where you make your own luck. Okay. Yeah. He went there. He noticed that the 41 wasn't for sale. He figured it wasn't owned yet, so he decided to go for it. Smart on him. He deserves it. Deserves that Juju. This was a very interesting one here. You got, isn't this human Electra, And I think
I don't know how he did that.
I don't know. Reese himself liked this. Reese
Yeah.
actually liked this this image. Beautiful, beautiful art here.
I think it's
Beautiful.
awesome. I think it's awesome, and I wondered if they'll put Rob's face on it next time.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
pretty
be
cool,
cool.
actually. That'd be pretty funny. I wonder if it's gonna have a hat on it too.
Yeah.
Okay, this I have some thoughts on this one. This is the total VVFox. Shout out VVFox, always great for mining data on IMX. This is the total unique number of VV wallets on IMX that ever owned at least one collectible, 1.1 million. Working on a big wall analysis, stay tuned. When I see this, knowing full well that when you go on IMX, it shows half that.
Yeah.
That means half the people left the project, concerning bots, whatever.
Yeah.
Half of the accounts basically got cleaned. That's 500,000 accounts. More. That's 600. Like 500,000 accounts. 500,000. That's a crazy amount of people. So either a cash out came and a lot of people left. I'd be curious to know if VVFox and find out the time at which the wallets went to having at least 1 to 0 to see it was it KYC that we lost so many people? Was it right before, let's say, they killed the bots with the transfers? But when I see this, a number like this, there's probably a lot of insight we can learn to figure out when and how those 500,000 wallets just went to 0.
It sounds like that's what she's working on a big wallet analysis. I would think that that's what it is. We know the current is like 640K or something like that. So,
something like that,
yeah. If she was able to show it in graph form, like, on this day we lost 100,000. On this way, if it is like that, or if it's just a gradual slope down. If it's a gradual slope down, I think it's almost worse. So hopefully there's like some big ticket item dates where we lost off, where we lost a lot of the wallets. And then hopefully we can contribute that to losing bots and maybe people who were consolidating accounts. And now we're getting some natural growth, I would hope.
Yeah. So we'll stay tuned. Let's see what she has. That's it for the for our Twitter. Moving on now to VV Collectibles. They finally showed an image of the T-shirt, the NFT bundle with Jermaine Rogers. That's going to be 1 out of 100 available, secret rare for Decon London. So for people,
that color is cool. That color, I like the color of that shirt.
Super military, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I see when I see this, but very cool. That you're flexing big. If you get one of these shirts, you show up to another Decon event and VV's there, you're flexing big time, because I would go early. If you want this, go early, because the VV fam will be fighting for these T-shirts. I won't be surprised if you show up on eBay soon after.
Look what he called it on the side there. Fidgetal. Fidgetal con exclusive. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy me one, I'll pay you.
There you go.
But no, honestly, really, really cool. And I think that the NFT that comes with it, awesome. And Jermaine Rogers has some of the best artwork, I think, on the app. So I think this will do really well. It won't last. I think it'll be gone within the first hour of the con.
Well, wasn't it Dan that said that Fidgetal is he talked about that in his interview today. Fidgetal is the technical term for when you have these bundles. And I'm probably going to see a lot more of this from VV. Very cool. So let us know below in the comments if you go this weekend and you get, I think September 3rd is the chance. So
yeah, they had to show it because a lot of people were asking the question, like, what's the shirt look like? What's the shirt look like? And they were just like, it looks the same as the same as the NFT. So there it is. It's actually better than I would have thought.
Yeah, it's literally identical. So you're going to see somebody with the shirt on and then like an AR image of the matching digital right beside it. So that's gonna be super cool. Moving on, I really wanted to talk about this. Let's make this big. Let me mute this. It's too loud for me to talk when it's like that. Okay, there we go. This is incredible. So Metaverse Life did it again. Look at this. He's a filmmaker, by the way, so he obviously knows his stuff when it comes to capturing an audience. Entering into a maze, and I really wanted to show this. Look at the hammer, +1 collected. If you remember, we did a whole video on how the VVverse is going to be. And I actually asked an AMA question to Reese months ago saying, when do you still plan on having the VVverse in such a way that you can explore and find collectibles and find gems? It says in the white pages that you can find gems, virtual goods, OMI. They basically shot down that you can find gems, right? They said that's not going to happen. But the collectibles was still in question. So that's why I love this video so much, because it's showing us, this reminds me of Wind Waker, by the way, The Legend of Zelda. It shows us what we might actually experience when the VVverse is available in some kind of AR format. where, you know, you're exploring a VR format or on maybe the web app, it's just a game. You find these collectibles, you collect them, and all of a sudden you're collecting maybe copies of the original collectibles. I don't know how they're going to do it.
You got to think that VV's got to take a page out of Pokemon Go here, where you can actually go to a location to collect a collectible or buy a collectible. Think about how that could lead to marketing. It could lead to promotion for places like, I go to Starbucks. That's the only place that I could buy a Starbucks mug NFT. I have to go to the Starbucks, and while I'm there within this much radius, then it'll say, okay, you click into the VV app, it has access to GPS. Okay, yeah, you're near a Starbucks. The buy now button is there. And then imagine if it's limited, so then people are all going to these places to be there at a certain time. So now you can bring people to anywhere really that they want to be at a certain time. So that could help to promote that business. It could help to promote VV, cross promotion. I think that is the draw. If you don't remember the mass chaos when Pokemon Go came out, people were driving, because at the beginning, people there's a lot of smart people in that community were putting out maps on the internet, and they would tell you where things were dropping until Pokemon Go shut it down, because people were dying. People were like driving off cliffs and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I actually stopped playing Pokemon Go the moment they killed where I can find them.
Exactly.
So I love that. Like, the API would tell you where you can go.
Being able to go chase it down, right? And I remember back then thinking, like, this is amazing. Pokemon Go could do this and tie it to a business, and the business could say, okay, you can come get a Dragonite over here, and you would all drive there. And it's like incentive to go to a place. I mean, the fact that they could pick where it goes, I mean, Pokemon Go was kind of random. So like you would find them like in the middle of the forest or be on someone's driveway or in someone's backyard. And that was kind of the problem. But if they're able to dial this down and say, like, this is going to be at Starbucks. Right. So go to any Starbucks. And then if it pulls through Google Maps and then it ties to it and it's like, okay, yeah, you're at a Starbucks, you can hit buy now. Or if you're at like a gas station and then they want to sell you like a Slurpee, a 7-Eleven or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that that's the future of the AR collecting type of thing. And I really, really hope that it is. If it's not, Vivi, let's have a phone call, because I think that is a missed opportunity. We showed it in Unreal. Why not? Why can't you walk around with AR glasses and find collectibles around the maps? I mean, why can't it be a Pokemon Go and AR functionality? A little bit dangerous when it comes to roads. I don't know how they're going to manage, people with glasses being distracted and walking down the sidewalk with live traffic. I already know there's a set of like new issues that are going to come up with it, but it is the inevitable future. And I love that you said on people's driveways, because I remember that's exactly where I found my first Dragonite. I had to walk on someone's driveway and just stand there and try to catch that Dragonite. It took like 50 Ultra Balls. I don't even know if I caught it. But I don't think you even need the glasses for this type of connection. Like you could do it on Pokemon Go without them. I don't see why you couldn't do it. Where all I'm saying is make the buy now button pop up when someone was within a certain radius of a certain place. Could be anywhere.
That's a good point. Maybe the huge landmarks.
Like we talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, or you talk about the hockey stuff. If you go to a game and you are in the stadium and they can dial it down, you're in the stadium. You can buy the logo of that team. Something like, think about how crazy that is.
It would be super sick. And obviously we're excited about the future, but I think that's going to tie in now to our next topic, which is what we want to talk about in today's video. It's that we believe that there really is no reason to invest in any other project but VV. So that's a bold, bold statement. Now, at the end of the day, there's a lot of projects out there. Obviously, we cannot cover the entire breadth of projects that are in the universe of NFTs, but there's certain ones that the VV community specifically tends to branch out to. And it's okay. I mean, it's very good. I mean, some people would like to call it diversification. That's fine. But we're starting to notice a pattern here. And what really triggered me was this Recur post, which said interoperability. And we talked about, interoperability. We have been very critical of interoperability and the long-term growth of VV and how it might be. And I know VV tends to eventually doing that, but how important it will be for the future growth of ownership and people having the feeling that they can actually take their stuff off app, which we think will eventually come, but it's not coming anytime soon, as confirmed by Reeks. But look at this post. So they say interoperability. Obviously, they have it coming with some IP. Next thing you see, red circle. Red circle. Right? Keep going down. VV lover. Red circle. Again, red circle. You keep going down, red circle. Basically, you go down this entire post and everyone's just talking about VV the entire time. So, you know, when I see something like this, it's just like, is the VV community helping run Recur at this point? They only got like not much. They only got 9 retweets. Like, what's going on? Like it's barely, I think it doesn't say it, but there were like 23 comments. And it wasn't that many people that basically commented on this. And a lot of them were like, oh, VV, when are you going to do interoperability, whatever. So even moving on to HRO, right? Like, look at HRO. You go on the HRO, you type in HRDC on YouTube, you start getting a bunch of messages, a bunch of YouTubers from VV. Scrolling down a bit here, let's see the first one. Here we go.
We're friends with a lot of them. Like you see there, Andrew Ellis. We know Kobe Collects does a lot of them. The Gale, Mike from my collection there. So lots of VV YouTubers helping to prop up
Reddit. Rob Stuff too.
Yeah,
Rob Stuff too used to do.
Speaking of Rob Stuff,
Dino,
he was like number 2 on the leaderboard, right? From watching his videos, and Michael, who just joined the VIP on our channel where we talk VV, was like number 3. So yeah. I don't know where they're at now. I mean, I haven't seen an HRO video in a while, but yeah, I don't know. It's funny. There was even a Superstar Money account made on HRO.
I remember
we can't even go on HRO. We don't even in Canada. They don't even have HRO for us. So
yeah,
it's wild that the VV community is able to prop up all these other projects, which to me means that they're going to be the first ones to fall as we go through this winter here, crypto winter.
Yeah, I mean, but why is this though? Why is the VV community why are they so passionate? Why are they the ones that are so committed to the project, that branch off to other projects and basically, but VV's always there? And I think it just comes down to the fact that the team, at least historically, they still continue to be very involved with their community. So you can speak to the team, you can work with the team. Another reason why is it is the premium IP. They do dominate. I mean, like, yeah, sure, Recur has some good IP, but like none that I really care about. Like, I don't care about the IP that they have. I only care about the IP that VV has right now. The Disney and the Marvel IP is just unmatched compared to some of the other projects.
What?
I'm not saying you can't make money from an investment perspective on other projects, but with that alone, that's value. Like, people are going to care about that value long term, like we did.
Yeah. So the Recur project you just mentioned, big IP. They have some big IP like Hello Kitty, which just recently dropped there. And if you were to look into community sentiment on that drop and how it went, basically like 50% of the people who went for the drop got restricted just for trying to buy it. Then there was issues after the fact with the marketplace, people getting restricted, and then they were taking 3-4 days to get back to them to unrestrict them. So VV has their issues, but these other platforms, I mean, that was the FA or whatever you want to call it on the blockchain, I think, for Hello Kitty. If it wasn't, I don't know where it was, but how do you mess that up? That's your number 1 IP as far as exclusivity, because VV's already done everything else except for Pokemon. So, I mean, that there to me, I know they had Gary V back in them, but I've also heard things from Gary V where he mentions that, oh, it's just like a thing I'm doing. It's not really his thing. So there's not a whole lot of bull cases behind Recur at the moment. I mean, they have the IP, like you said, but 2D PFPs, I don't know how far you're going to get with that. They are interoperable, though. We saw that tweet. You can put them on your Instagram. You can show them off on Facebook now. You can't do that with VV quite yet. And that's due to the IP that they have, from what we understand.
Yeah, and again, like there are obviously utility that's going to grow and evolve. But like I said, like, do people really care that much in the VV community about Hello Kitty? Like, I know lots of people in the VV community went for the Hello Kitty drop, but all of them are speculators. Like, none of them really actually like Hello Kitty. They like, we can honestly say we like Marvel. We enjoy the storyline. We like watching the movies. We may not be comic book guys, but long before VV, many years before we joined VV, we were interested in this IP. I personally don't know anyone in my life that likes Hello Kitty. Sure, they're cute. Sure, maybe they had a little sticker somewhere, but I know many people that like Disney and Marvel IP. And I think for that reason alone, it's created an environment of the VV community that's extremely strong knit, that basically are committed to the project till they die, like till the very end. They will stay. They're a ride or die with VV. Like they're not backing out, because VV has, at the end of the day, they have the IP, and compared to other projects, they still are delivering a marketplace to sell and trade these that is workable. They've come a long way, no matter what we want to say about the roadblocks that have happened and occurred along that journey. So we continue to only support VV. I mean, we could very easily support other NFT projects, but we don't, because it's the only one that draws us to it to post videos every single day. And we think that, you know, if you had 1,000 gems or 1,000 USD, I think I'd put it in VV instead of some of these other projects.
Yeah, no, I think you said it well there. I mean, Dan said it in his interview. He asked the interview asked him about the utility, which we already asked that question, but he asked him about the utility, and Dan gave the same answer, saying, you know, these are meant to be collectibles. That is their utility, the AR functionality. But the thing that I enjoyed that he did say is that the future is undecided. I mean,
that's right.
Any utility could be made in the future, but for right now, what they are is what you get. And that was the same answer that Reese had. So they must have talked this over a million times. Everybody wants to know, because the
we help
potential
prepare
is
them.
there.
We help prepare them.
Yeah, exactly. They knew what to answer now. But the potential is there, and you can't ignore that. I don't care who you are. If you don't do it, we'll make a third-party website that does the utility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to do it at that point. It's just going to happen. So it might as well be in the VV ecosystem. And I think when we do see the OUP and when we do see the MCP, I think you're going to have a little bit more utility that comes from that, and leaderboards and all this stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming. We are super early to VV right now. That Doc Ock didn't sell out, and that's the cleanest animation on the app, I think. Just the amount of moving parts, ridiculous stuff. Might not be the best looking, but like just for the AR to be able to show your friends, I think it's crazy. But we're able to read the market. That's why we didn't go for that drop. But yeah, it's actually insane what VV is able to do with some of these collectibles.
Yeah. And again, like, these are our opinions. We obviously respect other NFT projects, where we also agree that many of the projects will win, and one doesn't have to win and the others fail. They can all be successful. You know, nothing against Recur, nothing against HRO. We know many people watching probably own NFTs from both of these projects. And of course, we don't care what others do. You have every right to buy whatever you want. You can sell it for any price you want. We're not going to tell you what to do with your gems, with your money. This is just our opinion. And we would love to know your thoughts as well. If you can let us know below. Do you also believe that VV should be the only project that you're going to currently move forward with? Are you looking into other projects that maybe the rest of the VV community isn't that interested in? I know we got a couple requests previously from other superstars saying, hey guys, can you maybe put a spotlight on some of these other projects that no one's really talking about yet? But what are your thoughts? Do you own HRO? Do you like HRO or Recur better than VV, or is VV still your best?
Yeah, there's back cowls too. There's a bunch of different ones that people are in, and I'm sure that they all have promise, but we just haven't seen it yet. That's the thing. Like the utility NFT space is still super early. So I mean, I think that's it. I think we should just keep it, stop it there, and maybe in the future, VV just doesn't get the utility thing going and someone else gets it first. Maybe it's a project we haven't even seen yet. Maybe something's going on.
Maybe there'll be new projects.
Exactly. Maybe we'll see a new project in the near future here. Who knows? But for now, from what we can see, we think that VV is the one to watch. And right now, with all the opportunity, like, why am I going to go place my bets somewhere else when these guys seem to be leaps and bounds ahead? Now, they might not deliver right away, but they seem to have delivered, and that's been a new saying that Dan's been putting out there. We're not always early, but we do deliver. So I can't deny it. They've done it with the MTL. MCP is supposed to come, and OUP. If they don't come before the end of the year, then maybe we can start to have those conversations again. But until then, I think we gotta give them benefit of the doubt now.
Sounds good. Any minis got to open there, Joe?
Yeah, I got one more, and then we should be doing a giveaway tomorrow, depending on how Joe feels. We got another double up. We got the Lightning McQueen. So another VV one. But we do have a nice selection here. I mean, we got another Baby Yoda mug. We got Snow White. This is my favorite one. Don't take it. Leave it there for me, or donate it to me. But yeah, guys, that's it. I think Rob, you think you got the end screen pulled up? Mine got rugged. So
if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the superstar fam, and hit the bell button too, so you don't miss the very next surprise that we might have. Never know when it's gonna come, but one day you might be surprised. So hit the bell button so you don't miss any of our videos. Again, comment below on your thoughts on today's video. Your NFT projects. Do you invest in another NFT project? Is VV your favorite? Is there another one that has now outcompeted VV? Would you like to, let's say, invest your money, somewhere else now after all that's happened on VV, or are you still committed with them? You could also now become a superstar VIP, get these cool stars beside your name. If you want that super duper rare, you got to get started now. Even if you don't have one, you got to start at the comment and work your way up. You get our spreadsheets available to VIP members. You can use it on the drop. You can use it to sweep floors. You get advertisements. You get first dibs on merch. You get whatever else that we can do. We want to help you as much as possible. We want to bring as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. We thank you all so much for your support, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you.